I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Hey, it's Matt. Once again, welcome back to another review. This is a Patreon review for Total Meltdown 2. One of the films he wanted me to review was A Better Tomorrow. Now, first off, if you're ever interested in joining my Patreon, you do so by looking at the link in the info box, and certain tiers do certain things, requests, things of that nature. Or if you want to request a review, re-review, movie topic, what have you, directly, you do it via my PayPal. The link to either one is down below in the info box. If not, no worries. But A Better Tomorrow pretty much is the John Woo film that introduced the heroic bloodshed type of flick. You know, the two pistol bang bang slow motion, Chow Yun-fat, which I know before people mention it, it's pronounced Joe Run-fa. But if I keep saying that, people don't know who the hell I'm talking about. Because based on the American marketing and American trailers, they pronounce it Chow Yun-fat. So maybe that's the wrong way to pronounce it, but that's the way I'm going to pronounce it, just to make things easier for people. So, Chow Yun-fat, he plays a guy who is a friend of our lead character, T. Lun, who works for the Triad. And they're dealing with stuff where they're printing and distributing counterfeit U.S. banknotes. T-Lun's brother is going to be a cop. He's a younger brother. T-Lun's father wants him to go on the straight and narrow, but he's not doing that. And this is a film that, before I go on further, I remember watching and not really being a big fan of. I'm still not a big fan of the film. I don't hate it because I've seen a lot worse movies since then, like Manhunt by John Woo. This is a masterpiece compared to Manhunt. And I've seen other action films, and yeah, I would put this above Mission Impossible 2. I put this above Wind Talkers. But on the flip side, I've seen a lot better than this. I've seen Bullet in the Head, Heroes Shed No Tears, Hard Boiled, The Killer, yes, Hard Target, Broken Arrow. I liked a lot more than this movie. I like the sequel to this, which I'll get to next time. I like A Better Tomorrow 2 more than this. Definitely has a more insane ending than this. But this, the actors like T-Lun, Chow Yun-fat did their jobs well. You know, the acting wasn't bad. When the action scenes are there, it was fun to watch. There's some cool factor. The Chow Yun-fat's character with the trench coat, the glasses, he's lighting a $100 bill on fire, lights his cigarette with it. There's a moment where Chow Yun-fat shoots some bad guys, and good fun action sequence, nice usage of slow-mo, and the beginning of that heroic bloodshed type of filmmaking you would see later on. But I thought those other films, they had a lot more of it, and it just felt like the pacing didn't drag as much as this movie. And maybe because those characters, the characters in here are fine, but I like those characters a lot more. I was more intrigued with those characters, or was more intrigued with those stories compared to this. There's one scene I thought, it's supposed to be serious, but it just seemed goofy, and that's with when T-Lun's father is killed and this bad guy's trying to kidnap him. It just, these people keep using all this stuff on him and it's not working. I know that meant to be comedic, but it almost came off as comedic to me. With just the amount of stuff they're trying to hit this guy with. It's like someone just go for his fucking legs and tackle him down, man. Hit him in the balls or something, but that doesn't work out. One leads to another. It's sometime later. T-Lon, he gets out of prison. Chow Yun-fat, who in the early action scene got shot in the leg and got crippled because of that. Now he's just an errand boy. And T-Lon is gotten out of prison. He wants to go straight and narrow. And a good gist of the plot is the bad guys wanting to bring him back to the fold. Wanting to bring him back. And he's like, no, no, no. And pretty much doing whatever they can. They fuck up the new job he's at the taxi company. They beat the shit out of Chow Yun-fat. Pretty much it's the culminates into the final act where it's at the dock. Where he's got to do his change to get his cop, the younger brother. Then Chow Yun-fat comes back and the three of them are fighting, and that's a fun sequence, fun action sequence, some great moments, firing the back, yeah, very over the top and fantasy, but still entertaining. I mean, this is a spoiler alert starting now. Even when I first saw this, I didn't like that Chow Yun-fat's character died. Which, I mean, wouldn't be the first time he died, but I don't know, just, I get why they did it. Because he's trying to talk to a younger cop, saying, hey, your brother's trying his best, why don't you give him a chance? Then he gets shot while doing it. And then it's up to the younger brother and the older brother, you know, the two brothers to work together. Even at the end, the T-Lon puts handcuffs on himself to say, hey, you take me in, it's okay. But then the younger brother lets him shoot the bad guy. So at least there's some kind of satisfaction to that. Because although I think the actors are fine, I didn't really get tremendously involved with the story. Like Bullet in the Head, that's a film, not only does it have a lot more action, which yes, I'd go into these films for the action, sue me, I'm an action junkie. Yes, I understand characters are important, but I got invested with the characters of Bullet in the Head. I got intrigued by the characters in The Killer, and I loved pretty much anything about Hard Boiled. Hard Target is my personal favorite film ever. Again, sue me on that. But this, I don't know, just, there's not a lot of action other than the early scene of Chow Yun-fat doing his business. There's one or two scenes in the second half and then the finale. So, I mean, in retrospect, maybe as an introduction to Hero Bloodshed, it's not an awful film. Chow Yun-fat's character, I like him more because of the actor, not so much the character. Like the character himself, I wouldn't say. I thought the character in the second film, which is his twin brother, that to me was a more interesting character because of the way he talks and how he's making fun of this guy who doesn't like, you don't like my rice, and how he's fucking with him. Like that was a more intriguing character. Chow Yun-fat, I can't really sit here and say, is there, other than liking the actor, is there really that memorable of the character other than a couple of the cool stuff he does, like the way he looks, and okay, that's the very beginning of the film, but after that pretty much he's an errand boy, gets the shit kicked out of him. Then at the very end he's able to do a couple stuff and then gets killed. Oh, I guess spoiler alert. I mean, the lead guy, T-Lon, the actor does fine. I can't really say, like I said, I'm that extremely invested in the character. The whole story about counterfeit, money and notes and, oh, is this guy going to go back to, I don't give a shit if he goes back to the bad guys or not. and how much they're trying to push this guy to go back to life of crime. I'm like, I don't care. That's what I felt like. I don't give a shit. Maybe that's not fair. Maybe, I mean, the acting, the action when it's there, the pieces directed by John Woo. You know, I did one of the memorable bits when he has Chow Yun-fat lighting that cigarette with a $100 bill. That and the interest of the fact this is his first heroic bloodshed movie makes it though it was okay watching it again. I mean, I don't know if it's on there anymore, but it was for free on YouTube. You know, I don't hate the movie, but I would definitely put in the lesser pantheon of John Woo films. That's just me, though. That's just me. I would still rather watch this than Mission Impossible 2 and Wind Talkers and such, but there's a lot more I like. Whether it be American ones, Hard Target, Broken Arrow, or yes, The Killer, Hard Boiled, Bullet in the Head, Hero Shed No Tears. This, as an introduction, it's fine, but I actually like the sequel more. I'll get to why when I talk about that, but either way, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.